Welcome to BeerDisciples. I'm Ross Quintana, and today we're going to be reviewing the Samuel Adams Latitude 48 IPA. This IPA, I'm pretty excited about trying it. They basically took a whole bunch of hops around what's called the hop belt, which is the Latitude 48, and they've got a pretty good variety of hops here. This is from Sam Adams, which is Boston Brewing Company out of Boston, Massachusetts. And to give you an idea of what's in the glass here, we've got for malts, two-row Harrington, Metcalf, Copeland Pale, Caramel 60, and Gambrinus Honey Malt. I hadn't heard of that one before. So anyway, the hops are Hallertau, East Kent Goldings, Zeus, Simcoe, and Ahtanum. So pretty excited about that blend of hops, especially the Simcoe is a great hop. The Hallertau mixed with that should be pretty good. So I'm interested to see what they did with this one. ABVs on this is 6% ABVs. IBUs tough to track down sometimes. Come on, Sam Adams, put them on your website. Somewhere around 60 from what I can gather. So anyway, let's crack it open and see what we have in here. Style is India Pale Ale, and this one fits right in the blend of the description of that type of beer. So I'm expecting it to be pretty decent. Suggested serving temp is 45 to 50 on this. And RateBeer has this as an 85 overall and 55 out of style for 699 ratings. So in this one, you know, usually if you see something that's got a decent overall rating, a little less for the style, it means that there's people who like to drink it, even though there's better beers maybe in the style. So BeerAdvocate gives this a B out of 765 ratings. So let's crack it open and get to the pour and see how it looks.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's a good looking beer. Beautiful color, getting a copper amber color on that. Nice and clear. The usual decent amount of carbonation that I expect from Sam Adams. Head is kind of an off-white color, you know, with looks like kind of a soapy lacing. So overall on appearance, I'm going to go with a 4 on that. Good looking beer, could almost go 4 or 5, but definitely going to go a 4 for the color. Let's go to the nose. Yeah, I'm getting that's interesting. It's kind of, you can smell the blend that you're getting of floral, fruity, a little bit of citrus, but not a lot. Getting the sweetness, sweet malt body. The nose on this is a little subdued. I thought I was going to get a little bit more. So anyway, I'll probably give it about a 3.5 on the smell. So let's go to taste here. Did a pretty good job on this. It's got a pretty good balance of hops. You're definitely getting the malt body coming in there. Mouthfeel on this is pretty decent for a Sam Adams beer. They tend to make a little smaller beers, so for me this is pretty solid from mouthfeel standpoint. Good blend, not overly carbonated. Some of their beers are a little heavy carbonated in my opinion, but it's got a a medium silky body, and it's fairly refreshing. Getting a little bit of the hop aftertaste, but not much. Really the sweet malt body. It's very balanced and smooth here. I figure probably not quite as complex as I thought it was going to be. Based on a couple of these hops, I thought it might be a little more complex, but pretty solid, very drinkable for an IPA. I can see why it's rated fairly decent overall, because probably this is a good transition IPA for people who, you know, I wouldn't say it's representative of the big West Coast IPAs and big hop characters, but if you want something that's got a good, you know, leaning more fruity floral instead of piney citrus, then this is going to be a good choice for you, still with a little bit of hints of citrus on that. I'm going to say on taste, I'll probably go a 4 out of 5 on taste. Pretty good overall, and I'm just glad that it's about a medium-sized beer, so it was a little bigger for them, and pretty solid outing. Yeah, not too bad. I would love maybe if they threw a little more of the Simcoe hops in there, but pretty solid outing. So I'm going to give it, overall, I'm going to give it a solid B, and I'm going to agree with BeerAdvocate on that. It could almost go B+ if it had a little bit more complexity to it, considering the hop profile. I would even, if it was a little more fruity, I'd be okay, or a little more floral, a little more spicy that you get from the Simcoe. Any of those, I'd be fine. And overall, I'm going to give it probably, I'm going to say about an 82 overall, and for the style, probably going to have to go around a 70. You know, I think that some people probably rate it even lower on the style, because some people are impressed when it comes to an IPA by less malt body and just more hoppiness, whereas I feel like more IPAs need to have a little more of a malt backbone. It doesn't have to be overwhelming, but I feel like it's easier to get away with almost no malt body because you have to use less ingredients to make the hop jump out, when really it should be a balance of the two. So I want to feel like I'm getting some ingredients in the beer. So that'd be my complaint against a lot of IPAs that might be very hoppy, but they're so refreshing. It's just there's not a lot of body to them. So I'm going to give them some points on that. I'm going to say solid B, and you know, I'm going to say if you can find it, give it a try. You may like it, especially if you haven't liked some IPAs. I agree with some of the other reviewers that it's a little more, it's a little closer to an APA than an IPA for me. So join the conversation with us on Facebook, Facebook.com/BeerDisciples, and you can email us at thebeerdisciples@gmail.com if you want to be a guest on the show, or if you have a beer you'd like to suggest to it. And subscribe to our channel. Hit the subscribe button. We're always reviewing beers. You know, it's almost constantly, and we love to share what we experience with you, and hopefully you like it and you appreciate it. Anyway, leave some comments below. Beer is social, so let's conversate about it, and tell us what you think if you've had the Latitude 48 IPA. Till next time, I'm going to say cheers.